Hey everybody, welcome to Chortle Games Live. My name is Steven, and right now, it's just me. Jake is technically here. He can hear everything I'm saying. His mic is muted though. He is currently taking care of his son and he doesn't want to wake him up, so he's playing the game with us. But he is currently not going to be using his mic, so he's here. He can hear what you're saying to him. But if you want to get any quick jabs at him, like insult his character, now's probably the time to do it because he can't defend himself. Um, but Jeremy's going to be joining us later. He is currently on his way back from dinner, but we figured we'd go ahead and get started. Sorry, I'm posting Discord. Cool. We figured we'd go ahead and get started, and then Jeremy can hop in whenever he's ready. So we're going to go ahead and do this Cosmic Threat. My goal for this stream is basically to finish the Cosmic Threat challenges, because those end in like 4 days, and we've been trying to stream this for a while. Tonight we are going to attempt the Monica boss fight, hence the name of the stream. Jake, if you can hear me, go ahead and ready up whenever you are ready to go. And Jake told me another disadvantage. Okay, good. He did hear me. Another disadvantage of just not being able to hear him is that there's a very real possibility that he will just suddenly have to go, and I have no way of knowing that. So I could say something like really heartfelt and profound, and Jake won't even hear it, or he may not hear it.
Good luck out there.
That probably won't happen though. Hey, Vortex. That's true. Jake can still see the chat, but he can't defend himself. That's the important one.
Updating your HUD. We are not alone.
This is Stark Realities, Jake, so there's going to be a lot of bonus objectives. Also remember, I am but a small man with a bow and arrow. I can only jump and run. So you need to get melee kills and ranged kills, specifically in these mission types. So I'm going to probably stick to just pulsars in an attempt to just set you up for kills. I would say sadly, but I don't know if that is necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, that's not a good thing. So, no strangled catchphrases from Jake is what I'm trying to say, and I'm okay with that. I believe Jeremy just logged on.
One of their agents. Excellent. Another agent down.
Oof. Dang. Literally backed me into a corner.
The team are no longer a threat. We'll need to take control of their systems. Get me to the location on your HUD.
Jake, that's for the individual challenge. I'm talking about the, let me see if I can find it. If you can see on my stream. I'm talking about Cosmic Threat. That, you need to get melee kills and ranged kills in the Cosmic Threat sectors. And this is one of those sectors. Let's go, where are you? Wait. You are literally right above my head. That is hilarious.
Get to that control point.
Wow. Austin, I haven't played Cold War, so I don't know if that's impressive or not, but since you're telling me, in the first place, I'm going to assume it's impressive, so well done. I'm impressed. Shoot. Oh, I'm familiar with the Street Sweeper. That is, I believe, one of my guns in Payday 2. That's actually my most compact shotgun. And that's not to say that my other shotguns don't have the capacity to be compact. This one's actually just super compact. Jake, defend me. Where are we? Did we walk backwards? We walked backwards. That's hilarious. Jake does not have a mic tonight. He is trying to not wake up his son. Did I just hear Jeremy? Thought I heard something come through my ear.
I need to be closer to breach the system.
I see you, Jeremy.
There is a chest with gear close by. One of our shield allies nearby could use some help.
Just gotta hit everything with my tripwire arrows. That's one of my challenges. Jeremy. Aha, it's gonna be above them. Second, guys. Okay. Yeah, we're just happy to have you
Expect resistance.
able to attend in
They
any
won't
form.
want us getting
Jake.
inside.
You do what you gotta do. We're just glad you're here. Jeremy joined and he cannot hear us. Hold on. I'm going to reform the Discord call. So give me just a sec.
Better hurry. We need to get to that control point.
Wait for Jeremy to pick up. I should have known that. Did I even get that chest up there? I see Jeremy's icon. I hear Jeremy. Does Jeremy hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey!
Thank you. I did not want to vamp for any more amount of time. I'm adding Jake to the call.
That was weird.
Alright, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Cool.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can. Jake has not answered yet.
Okay.
We're doing Stark Realities real quick.
Okay.
Just to do a Cosmic Threat Sector, but I have no problem with leaving.
Bypassing their security
So
will
that we can
take
go ahead and
some
get this
time.
thing started.
Keep the area clear and stay in
But
range
first,
of the control point.
we're going to do this.
There is a special
priority
enemy
target
unit
thing.
close to your location. They may drop something useful if defeated.
There's
Look
Jake.
for a chest with gear nearby.
Shoot. What? Oh, Dreadbot. Jake is.
Now Jake is calling me.
Let's go over to that call. See what happens.
Alright.
Oh wait, is it? Did he hang up? What happened? Oh my god. Did he leave? Call you again. Okay.
Sorry, fellas.
Tune in next time to the Avengers when they fight their greatest foe of all, Discord. I cannot call Jake. Okay, hold on. I cannot call Jake again. Jake, if you can hear me, I can't call you again because you were in this call. So I'm gonna call Jake. Okay, I'm gonna call Jake first.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna call. Then I'm gonna add you to the call. Okay.
All right.
Awesome. Hope you guys are enjoying this. All right, Jake, if you can hear me, I don't know, do something. Do an emote on Avengers that I want to see. Okay. Okay, he's good. Jeremy?
Keep the
Yes.
area free.
Yay! Ow.
Is Jake in here?
I summoned Hank Pym!
I'm here.
Yes, Jake is here.
Cannon ready.
I can't hear Jake.
He's not talking.
Okay.
Because he's on
What song is Jake's?
he's on baby duty. You know what, Jeremy? I don't at this point this is the closest we'd get to success.
I'll call it a win.
Yep.
I'm through the first firewall. I'm working as quickly as possible.
Okay, the Hank Pym summon is super cool.
Oh, I can't join you guys mid-battle, can I?
No, but after this fight, we're just gonna call it.
Okay.
I'm almost done. Hang in there.
I apologize. I did not think we would be going
This
there.
one's for the
How dare you not be able to control how long it takes for your food to make it to your
will
table?
always have your back.
Seriously, we got there at like 7. Actually, it was earlier than that, because I texted you.
Yeah. I'm getting shot up over here.
Yeah, we were there at like 6:30.
That is wild.
That did it.
Where's Hank?
Nice
Is
work.
Hank dead? How long does he even last? I think he's dead. Hank died. Alright, we're going to exit out of this, and we're gonna try doing that,
Hank! No!
Hank? Hank!
Hank? Hank!
Did you see that video of that that snake that, like, someone touched it and it, like, died? Like, it looked like it was doing, like, an over-the-top death animation, and then they put the Metal Gear death thing on top of it. It was really funny. I'll see if I can find
Yeah,
it.
the one that Axe did.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it acted dead. I don't know if it actually died or what.
Plays possum.
Mm.
Alright, we're gonna go beat up an Italian woman. Did you see the title of the stream, Jerry?
Yes, her marinara is not good enough. She disgraced the family.
Yeah, it's time for her to spaghetti out of here.
The meatball of war has rolled onto our laps and soiled our white pants of peace.
It's not stereotyping or racist, because I'm Italian. It was free in the marketplace a couple weeks ago. And now it's probably not coming back. So that's how. You play the game. I'm looking for this villain sector, and I don't know where it is. How funny would it be if it just wasn't available today? There it is. So I say we're beating up an Italian woman because the joke is MODOK was the main villain in the game's story, but then they kind of put him to the side for Monica Rappaccini, which is just literally some random lady with an Italian name. So they went from a really interesting villain to just white lady.
With a special cube.
Yeah. It just was like, why would you do that?
Yeah, but she fails. And
That
wrecks
her
Earth
and
anyway.
Bruce Banner used to.
It's way too unstable and powerful to leave in Monica's hands.
Yep. It's in the book.
So we get that weapon away from her in the present.
Yes, Vortex. Beating the thoughts is what this mission is called. What do you
And we
think?
find another way to stop the crate. And you have a plan to stop her.
Putting the thoughts in her place. A thought to remember.
You okay, baby?
Penny for your thoughts?
Penny for your thoughts. That's a good one. Whenever you're ready, Steven.
Is Jake ready?
Yeah, he's ready up.
Oh. Where do you see readied up?
The check in the top right of his name.
I don't see a check at the top right of his name. Yeah, I'm the only one that has a check on my screen.
Oh, we both had checks.
Weird. Crap, it gave us Kate. I was hoping it would give us Kamala.
Project Omega's getting shut down. Save the final blow for me, kids.
Ruger. Don't chew on the couch.
But I just changed costumes.
Heavy resistance up ahead. AIM's security forces are on high alert.
Avengers, secure that super weapon at all costs.
There's a bonus to the left. So what'd you guys have for dinner, Jeremy?
Sushi.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Here we go.
First place we went to, they had an hour wait, so we were like, yeah, not going here. And then the second place, we waited for an hour anyway because our food wasn't ready.
Crap.
Which they're not normally that bad. But
Yeah.
There's been a huge issue around here of a lack of cooks. I don't know if that was the case or...
I feel like that's just kind of going on across the country. That
Yeah.
places are just always hiring, but no one wants to work yet. I'm bringing all of the particle damage for you, Jeremy. I'm going to try to shrink everything for you. I'm very excited for the new Guardians of the Galaxy game, Vortex. I go ahead.
The more I've thought about it, the more I realized I've overjudged it.
I'm glad that you came to that conclusion.
And it's more so like a knee-jerk reaction of, hey, it's a game that has 4 players that should be co-op, but
right.
I understand their choice. With how many issues this game has had, they kind of want to hedge their bets a little bit better. So
yeah, I had that initial recoiling as well, but like, it really does feel like if you were to do a single player game with any of the Marvel super teams, the Guardians make the most sense. Yeah. Because it's just one guy who is really easy to make a play style work for in a game like that. It's just one guy trying to rein in all these big personalities, and that's an interesting gameplay mechanic. And so I'm hoping that they really take advantage of that. Yes, we are buying Dying Light 2, Austin. What kind of question even is that?
That's a terrible question.
Hey, buddy, you got another one of those fancy explanations?
Of course. You're witnessing
Yeah.
a form of electromagnetic
That'll be a day one purchase.
Oh yeah.
The energy fluctuations are
Tried shrinking that guy.
We're definitely in the right place.
As soon as your shrunk hit him, I did the combo.
Gotcha.
Or the, God, whatever you call it. My brain's.
Gosh, things are so expensive at here. What the heck? Kalen, to be perfectly honest, it's probably because you haven't played it with friends, or at least I don't think you have.
So much for inconspicuous.
Have you?
Yeah, modesty
You would know.
isn't exactly part of AIM's vocabulary.
And I can totally understand people getting bored with this game.
Alright, shall we?
Because the loot game isn't very interesting. The content is pretty repetitive. So, like, you either end up getting bored with it, or you find a character that you are really attached to, which is what I have the fortunate grace of having, because Hawkeye's playstyle is perfect.
We missed something.
Alright, well, I'm taking out this this team.
That's fine.
Shoot. Crap. Jake, it's freaking tornadoes. I'll take that as a compliment, Kalen, because honestly, this game's version of Bruce Banner is one of my favorite iterations of the character. I think they nailed him perfectly.
I love playing as the Hulk. He's so satisfying. Other than his movement. That's the only complaint.
Really, I'm just trying to pin them down, Vortex. I'm trying to set it up for them. Alright, I'm gonna try to shrink them. Did it work? Holy crap, Austin, that's
There is a
ridiculous.
chest with gear close by.
Is that like 90 Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh, and he's through the floor.
I'm gonna send this guy to the depths of the ocean. He's gone.
I threw a rock down there.
Signature originates
Of course you
on
did.
the ground. Hands indicate the
You wouldn't be
presence
playing
of a
Hulk if you
facility
didn't.
deep below.
Right, how do we get there?
The bunker overhead contains a personnel elevator.
Oh, there's a chest above us.
I don't know how to get up there though. Unless it's this side. Yeah, it's this side.
Okay, good. I see
Yep.
that now.
Jake, there's a chest up here. Oh, yep. He's right behind me.
So I'm excited to work on the tower in 7 days.
Yeah.
Because I think that once we tear down the top layers of your old tower, like keep it there as like a bunker,
Yeah, that's definitely
and
eco
keep the
unfriendly.
second level on it,
Let's
but
get inside
remove
that
the
bunker.
pillars and stuff so that you aren't getting blocked by it. Just kind of clear a path for you. And I ran a test earlier where I put a wooden block down and then put a vertically standing glass pane on the wooden block, and then I went and stood up where I'd marked that tower and used a level 2 version of the sniper rifle that I gave you, and I was basically trying to see if I could shatter the glass with a bullet so I could see if it was within range, and it is. I don't know if
Say,
there's...
it looked like it was in range from that.
Yeah. I don't know if there's such a thing as like...
want to be like yes.
Yeah. I don't... Do you know if there's such a thing as optimal range in that game to where there's damage fall off?
I don't think so. I mean, from that distance, like when I was standing on top of the tower, I would say that I headshot a zombie from that distance outward.
Usual.
So,
Target practice, plenty of
on
cardio.
the old tower.
Okay.
So I feel confident that it
Okay.
should be okay. It just I
Yeah.
didn't want to be like, yes, that will work perfectly. But I'll probably hop on there after this.
Sweet.
Right. Is that everything?
I think so.
You okay, baby?
I'm fine, Jake.
Need
Thanks
my
for
help?
asking.
Oh, maybe. I'll let Bonnie call.
You good? Do you need my help with anything?
Jake, your mic's on. I don't know if you know that, but your mic is on.
Avengers.
Don't
Always
don't
a
say
thorn
anything
in my side.
that
Monica.
you don't want to say in front of people because your mic's on.
We've seen the future, Monica. Project Omega didn't save the world. It ruined it.
Project Omega's potential is beyond anything you could imagine. If it has flaws,
Gonna do the emote to end all emotes.
I do not like the sound of that.
The cosmic cube is on this floor.
Let's find it ASAP.
Oh, here we go. Don't worry, I'll clear a path. Take your pick, Jeremy. Oh man, that's fantastic. Oh, remember to check your challenge cards. I'm gonna double check mine right now.
Oh, good call.
Okay, yeah, I'm well on my way. Yeah, these are easy ones.
I'm going to change that for sure. That was do hives.
Was it just one hive or was it multiple?
No, like 10.
Oh, goodness.
We shall prevail.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're up ahead whenever you're ready.
Yep, we're good.
Where are we? Like, we're underwater, but it does not look like we're underwater with how much is out there.
Shoot at him.
Security
Under
lockdown
pressure.
up ahead. Expect heavy resistance.
That's good.
Can't ever be easy, can it?
That wasn't.
Monica's trying her best to stall us.
She'll have to try harder then.
Oh.
Pressure pads?
Alright, I've got a pressure plate over here. Destroy C up there. I marked it. Never mind, it did not mark. I've got it. What the heck? It's not taking damage. Cool. Step off of it real quick, and then step back on. Alright, step back on it. There we go.
That was weird. Alright, I'll go snag Bravo.
Alright, I'm coming with you.
See the pressure plate.
It's over here.
Here it is.
Yep.
Alright.
Dying Light, Monster Hunter Deluxe Edition, or Dying Light 2. Honestly, Austin, you correct me if I'm wrong, but my assessment of you and the type of games you enjoy are the type of games where there's just an insane amount of content and there's a lot of replayability in them, and you tend to like games where there's a sense of completion to do, like collecting things, all that stuff. Kind of like how with Remnant you were looking for all the weapons and armor and stuff. Monster Hunter is that kind of game. It plays completely different, and I would suggest if there is a demo that you can play to try the demo first. I don't think there is.
There's a demo of World on the marketplace.
Okay, yeah, try the demo for World, because it's a very different game in terms of how it plays, but it's really cool because Monster Hunter is also the kind of game where if you can learn it, you can do really cool stuff. Like it's a game where your skills actually do matter. It's a skill cap and a stat cap, to where you go in with, you know, bad gear and not really knowing what you're doing, but both of those are steadily improving as you play, so it's very satisfying.
Target's up ahead.
I'm detecting an additional energy surge in the room ahead.
And I would be happy to play World with you. Gosh, the tornadoes are so weird. Caleb.
I like beating adaptoids with adaptoids.
The fools didn't prepare the adaptoids to adapt to themselves.
I'm not very adapted.
And the nice thing about Monster Hunter, or at least with Iceborne, if you get the version with Iceborne, that is literally all the content for the game. There's only the base game and then the expansion and a crap load of free updates that they did in between. So there's a crap load. It's basically 2 full games, like, because Iceborne adds an insane amount of stuff to the game. So you won't have to get expansions or anything. And it is a dead game by that. I mean, it's not getting more updates anymore, but there's so much there where I think it'll keep you entertained for a long time if you like the gameplay style.
Never done us for a second.
Hope you're in the mood for a fight.
lot of high-ranked gear.
I'm getting all purple.
I'm getting a lot of purples, but I'm talking like the actual star rating.
Oh, yeah. No, everything I've got is like 3.
Oh, dang.
It's alright. I've passed on my abilities.
What in the world?
Get me into the system, and I'll see what we're dealing with.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't surprise me that using people is your kindness.
Do we have to interact with it?
No, I think it's
All right.
stay in this area.
Jake, if you
they're
can...
hacking Bravo?
Got Bravo. Jake, if you can roam and defend the ones that we've already taken, Jeremy and I will focus on capturing right now. And Jeremy, you defend Delta and Charlie. I'll take Alpha and Bravo.
I don't think Echo has been taken yet.
I didn't even realize there was one.
Um,
Yep.
let's see if
It's in the middle. It's smack dab in the middle. This one will be easy to keep them from taking at least.
ready. 100%.
God, so fast.
Success. I've breached the system.
I kind of liked it, but it was fast though,
Yeah.
with how intense this area has been.
What did you do?
Vortex, I don't think they can adapt to that kind of adaptation.
We have to interact with them this time.
You must pull the levers to disable the energy field surrounding the power conduits.
I'm getting major A-Day vibes, Clint.
So we gotta pull the levers and then destroy the corresponding turbines. I got Bravo, I think.
Oh, the level crunk.
Oh wow, there's a lot. Bravo's taken care of.
Take care of Charlie.
Got it.
Down.
I'm going for above Charlie. Charlie's down. Going for Alpha. Cover me. What's up?
It's down. Gotta take care of the top one too.
Yep. Who's the bald guy? Like the guy I'm playing? That's Hawkeye. Oh, MODOK. What's that freaking adaptoid? The adaptoid.
Hacking Delta.
Yep. Ult. Take care of him. I'll take out Delta.
We're good.
Go up top.
Take care of the top.
Yep.
It's down.
If you think the gameplay we've played looks amazing, Austin, then you should definitely get it. It plays weird.
Well done. The
But
containment cube is susceptible to damage.
we aren't even that good, and if you think our gameplay looks amazing, then I'm
I will
excited
say
to see
solo,
it.
it's not that much fun.
Right.
With other people, it's
And the nice thing about it is that it's still got an active community, so even if you wanted to plug with other players, I'm sure there are a ton of people still playing World. Oh, just fell. MODOK was fine. The problem with MODOK in this game is that they spent less time focusing on MODOK and more time focusing on random Italian woman.
What the hell is going on?
The
Speak of the
cosmic
devil.
energy contained within the cube would give the holder almost unlimited power.
Not almost.
know what? Fine.
If you can, Austin, I would recommend getting the version that has Iceborne, because you're gonna want Iceborne.
And you do, buddy. You're the prime example of wasted potential.
Taking you down.
It'll be over soon enough.
I hate him.
I'm ending this here
Ow.
and now.
Oh shoot. This is the DPS check. I see. Cool. So that was our chance to deal damage.
Ow.
She would have a white mechanic. So we need to actually pay attention to certain cues and also cross our fingers and say a quick prayer that the game did not crash. Huh?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
What the hell is going on?
The cosmic energy contained within the cube would give the holder almost unlimited power.
Not almost.
You know what? Fine.
Hawkeye's like, whatever, let's just...
Humanity will be saved by aim and science.
You don't understand what the cube is capable of.
And you do, buddy. You're the prime example of wasted potential.
Taking you down.
Get ready for the DPS check as soon as she goes down. You'll see a timer on the bottom left. There it is. Shoot her.
I'm ending this here and now.
Her shields are down. Focus your attacks on Dr. Rappaccini.
Okay, we're missing something. Probably because most of the reviewers reviewed Dark Alliance on PC, Kalen, and it's a nightmare on PC. And also a lot of reviewers probably played it solo, and I can imagine that game is not fun at all solo.
There's just I don't feel like there's enough depth to it. For any D&D players, I completely get it. Would be like, oh yeah, you know, this is a D&D experience. But for other players that are just looking for a game,
You know what? Fine.
it's too.
Humanity will be saved.
There's not enough like exploration time.
Right.
It's literally go this, kill this, do this, and you're done.
Alright, we need to look for what we're missing.
You're the prime example of wasted potential.
Something's wiping us. We need to do something in that wipe interval.
Alright, it's about to come up.
I've had enough of your meddling. I'm ending this here and now.
What are we missing?
Focus your attacks on Dr. Rappaccini.
Okay. We just weren't dealing enough damage before. So it's a quarter of her health is what the DPS check needs, I guess. Stand by for the DPS phase. Hit her.
No matter. You'll fall soon enough.
Cosmic energy is building up.
Nice.
At once.
This is a cool fight.
This is nothing. The world doesn't need avengers. AIM will save this world. I will save
I
it.
don't like that it's ranged.
That's true. Especially when most of the characters in this game are not ranged characters.
I'm in this time bubble. The cube is
It highly
doing
limits
these
the
weird
damage I can do.
psychedelic.
Yep. You could jump up and punch her. You can do mid-air combos, can't you?
Bad. Try and stop her.
Yeah, but I can only do like 3 or 4, and then I drop straight down.
Hold on.
I believe if I drop straight down, just respawn.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe this is phase 1, and the next phase will be more melee. I could see this being a multi-phased fight.
He's charging up again.
Hit her.
You know what to do.
Nice.
You can't resist forever.
Austin, that picture of the gun disturbed me.
There's this weird
He had one of those rolls of
rift
like,
and it keeps getting bigger.
you know, like the bubblegum tape. And he was eating it like he was just like he took a bite out of the rolled up tape.
You're merely
was wrong.
delaying the inevitable.
I out-healed her damage from her ult. Alright, hit her.
No matter.
Maybe?
You'll fall soon enough.
Cosmic energy is building up.
Yep.
Yep. Watched the entire time, it was useless.
Drop the cue, Monica.
Yeah, the DLC for Monster Hunter with like the hair and stuff, it's all just cosmetic. But in terms of like content for the game, the only thing you have to pay for is Iceborne. How did that not hit him?
My first time using it.
Even unfinished, the cosmic cube's power
Oh, wait.
is magnificent.
How did that not shoot her straight through the arm?
My question is, when we first saw him jump over, the bow fell off, and then he looks over, and the bow is like teetering and falls off.
Oh no, old man Hawkeye.
No, myself from the future. I know I'll have to sacrifice myself eventually.
I don't think that's how it works.
Isn't it?
Not in this version of time travel.
Well, then that would be a paradox, Steven.
Well, that's why he had to be killed, to clean up the paradox.
But in the future, that means he would still have to sacrifice himself.
What just happened? What
Or
did
there
you
would be a
do?
paradox.
Well, technically, him going forward in time, in the first place, prevented that future from ever happening. In fact, that's what we did just now, I bet. But the sunglasses are there, which means that the future did happen because he had to be able to bring the sunglasses with him.
Right. Yay, time travel.
Alright, I'm going to take us to the hub.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked that fight.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Taking us to the helicarrier. Alright. I believe we got an exotic from that.
You don't really do small talk, do you? No. Okay then.
Oh, wow. War for Wakanda is coming out in August.
Oh, wow.
Jake, that's because you didn't complete the challenge I was telling you about, the one where you have to get melee kills and ranged kills in the cosmic threat sectors. So just go do the cosmic threat sectors and get X amount of ranged kills and X amount of melee kills, and you'll get the exotic, because the final part of that was to defeat Monica. But it's part of that first step, so you did get progress from fighting her. You won't have to fight her again. Do not care about the intrinsic meter. I really don't want to lower my defense rating that much. Austin, that is too much sugar. You're gonna die.
You want rotten teeth? That's how you get rotten teeth.
Later, Jake. Thanks for helping us out.
Later, buddy.
Dang, that lowers my defense rating so much. Oof. But that helps my status stuff by a ton. I'm going to check my storage because I think that another exotic may have been put there.
How's it going?
Would you look at that? I will have to think about that one. So what now? Did you get all of your stuff for the...
Ruger!
You okay?
What'd you say?
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Morbius doesn't count.
I tried to mute it and it didn't.
Yeah. Morbius is not MCU. They can say that it is all they want, but Kevin Feige is going to say, yeah, no, screw them. I'm very excited for Doctor Strange 2. I'm very excited for Shang-Chi, but I'm also salty about it because it's going to make it to where we never get Iron Fist ever again, but whatever. Jeremy, what do you want to do now? Did you want to go complete the rest of those challenges? Or...
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. You're going to have to...
I'm all about reinvention.
Yeah, give me just a second.
Direct me
I gotta
then.
check my-
All right, fine.
Austin, that's too much.
Wares are sold here. Nothing then. So it must be.
Oh, there's another step to the beating the odds thing. We have to deliver the cube to the anthill.
Hiya, Hawkeye.
I'm going to go ahead and queue us up there unless if you need me to hold off.
Yeah, hold on just a second.
Okay.
Where do you go for your stash? Entered at the vendor?
It is... Follow me. It's kind of a random room. It's over here. Come on. Actually, we could have gone that way. Let's go this way. 'Cause,
Hey,
yeah,
when
it's
you
in the
started-
technology lab. And you go up here.
What did you do for fun?
And it's the lockers are there. 4 did absolutely nothing to redeem 3 for me. And in fact, episode 4 of Loki, and I'm not going to talk spoilers here. I'm going to be very vague. But episode 4 just proved that episode 3 was completely pointless. Because if 4 had done something to where it was like revealing that 3 was not actually real or something like that, that would have been like, okay, yeah, that's a little interesting. But no, 4 just cemented my opinion about episode 3. Episode 3 was awful.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch all of it tomorrow. So.
Cool.
I'm ready to go when you are.
Okay.
I apologize to anybody. I didn't realize that my mic wasn't muted when I yelled at the dog.
I was just scared for you and scared for the dog.
No, they've been playing the last like half hour since we've just gotten home.
Yeah.
And he got excited. I'll just say it that way.
Oh no.
He also ate my Xbox controller while we were gone.
Oh no.
No, it was one that I bought for like $15 years and years ago.
Oh,
It was
okay.
super crappy, like Afterglow.
Gotcha.
That I barely used it anyway because one of the left thumbstick had a huge like gouge taken out of it from Munda chewing on it as a puppy, so it really wasn't very bad.
Gotcha.
I'm more worried about his stomach than the controller.
Yeah.
But
I received your shipment safe and sound. We'll keep the cube hidden, but we'll need a long-term solution.
Vortex, I'm excited about
Thanks for
Blade
the
as
thank.
well, but I really liked
place the power of a god
I liked
in
the
your
old
trust.
Yeah.
one that they did.
Yes. I don't take that lightly.
Because Wesley
Acquiring
Snipes.
Project Omega is a huge win for the Resistance. Monica clearly thought
1
this
and 2
weapon
were
could stop
really
the
good.
Kree
3
invasion.
was kind of out there.
We
but
need to
Ryan
know how to
Reynolds
use it
helped
safely.
Maddie and I will do our best. We could use all the help we can get.
Still no sign of Fury.
So, what does that mean? Did we change the future or not?
I don't know.
But I'm definitely excited.
Future
to
me
see
never
them, like,
got this
integrated
far.
into
What is happening to Kate's hair? Did you see that?
No more time. No more time travel, please. It's the worst.
It sucks.
Oh, what the heck?
Wherever Fury is,
Yeah, that didn't happen on my screen.
I will stop the Kree invasion.
She's in a different costume on my screen. That's why.
Mm.
What if the robot just gained abilities? Holding it like that.
It's kind of what it looked like was going to happen. What? Oh no. Roy.
Called it. I've actually gotten a paper cut counting money before, Austin.
I don't know, Kaylin. I don't even know if I'm going to watch Black Widow.
Maybe next time?
I'm probably gonna watch Black Widow because I like the character that she plays, but I just it's one of those that like you know it's not going anywhere.
Right.
I would be so pumped.
There may be parts of it that tie into the MCU somehow, but it's not going to be that big of a role that it's going to be crucial for you to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be little nuances that you'll see that, oh yeah, you know, that ties into this
Be here.
movie or you know, stuff like that. It's definitely not going to be a necessity to watch though.
Yeah.
What was this one now? The Scientist Supreme?
It was the beating the odds, and then the other one. I don't remember what the other one was.
A Cosmic Threat.
Yes.
Why do I have two?
Much better. I'll go to theaters for Shang-Chi.
Oh, I just have to defeat people for it now.
In the cosmic threat sectors.
Nope, already completed it.
You completed the whole thing?
Yeah, it says complete Cosmic Threat sectors 1 of 1.
Oh. Oh, is that the one where you have to do like the heroic kills?
Yeah, this is. Oh, I see it now. So there's one that's a character based, and then another one.
Yes. Yes. What's your theory, Vortex?
That one just gives you a nameplate.
The one of them.
2 exotic gear.
Yeah.
Okay, this one I have to defeat enemies with melee attacks in Cosmic Threat sectors, and I still have to do 175 of those.
Okay.
Then I have to kill another 22 people with ranged attacks. So if we just go back to a Cosmic Threat sector, I should be able to just melee the shit out of everybody.
Technically, they did not recast Ben Kingsley, Kalen, because Ben Kingsley was never cast as the Mandarin. He was cast as some actor douchebag that
was playing the Mandarin.
Right. Yeah. So that it's less of a recasting and more of a retcon. Even though I think after the reception of Iron Man 3, that was their plan. Like ever since that movie came out, so probably since like 2014, they knew that they were going to come back to the Mandarin and do it proper. There was a one-shot, which was like a short film on one of the DVD releases called, I think it was actually on Thor: The Dark World, funny enough. It's like All Hail the King or something. It confirmed that there is a real Mandarin out there. And that he was pissed that his moniker was being used or something like that.
Well, now I'm curious, Vortex. What's your nope, never mind theory?
Yeah, share Vortex, share with the class.
Urban areas to search for Inhumans.
One
Some have been
of
sent
us.
to Jersey City. It's imperative that you stop them. I will scan the area for AIM signatures and update your HUD. Be on your guard.
And Austin, pertaining to your comment earlier, I have always hated the way that American money looks compared to like the world. We
There
have
are
very
Inhumans
like
caught in a
uninteresting
standoff
looking
up
money.
ahead.
It's just green. Whereas the rest of the world tries to like make them artistic.
Backup has arrived. Protect those Inhumans.
And it makes more sense for them to make it out of something that's more abundant like paper.
Mm.
Nice try. Actually,
Try to take it easy.
There is a chest with gear close by.
Steven, did you like Iron Fist?
The show?
Yeah.
No. I thought the actor had potential, but the showrunner was an absolute moron that had no idea what he was doing. To put that in perspective, the showrunner of Iron Fist is the same showrunner as the Inhumans TV show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, absolute freaking dumpster fire. But when you listen to like interviews and stuff with Finn Jones, the guy that played Danny Rand, a lot of people criticize like his fighting scenes and everything, but he was learning those because it was so disorganized. He was learning a lot of those minutes before shooting.
Oh, Jesus.
So it was just a mess in terms of production. I liked aspects of the show. Surprisingly, the family drama with the Meachams was actually really good. Like, one of the best characters in the entire thing was Danny's childhood friend, Ward. He had an excellent...
Yeah, the brother?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had an excellent story and arc. Season 2, I could not finish. Because it was like, what are you doing? Because they basically...
I only watched one.
Yeah. Well, season 2, it basically starts trying to phase out Danny and use Colleen instead, and he's just like, I don't want to be Iron Fist anymore, so he gives Colleen his powers. Yeah, it made no sense. But season 2 did end with a stinger towards a possible season 3 that would have been, or that could have been awesome, because it shows Ward and Danny in like China or something, and they're looking for a guy named Orson Randall, and it reveals that Danny has these two M1911s that he can channel chi through, and that is a reference to Orson Randall in the comics. I love Iron Fist as a character. I read a lot of his comics when I was at work at one of my old jobs. So like, Orson Randall's stuff is one of my favorite parts of the comics, because he was the Iron Fist before Danny. Because Iron Fist is a legacy hero to where there's always one. So Orson was the Iron Fist before Danny, and he fought in World War I or World War II. I can't remember which one. So like, he would go into battle with like the yellow and green, but he had like bandoliers of ammo, and he had dual 1911s that he used to do like gun fu with, and he could channel his chi through his guns. And he ended up teaching Danny a lot of how to use his chi and the fist. Like, he taught Danny how to heal. So I was excited with that stinger towards season 3, because it was like, oh shoot, Orson Randall, this is some of the most interesting stuff about Iron Fist. And then it got canceled, because of course it did. I mean, I don't blame them. But if you haven't guessed, this is you could probably guess why Shang-Chi is leaving me salty.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm excited for it, but Iron Fist is such an underrated character.
Yeah, Crystal watched a bunch of those shows, and I was in between a bunch of working all the time.
Yeah.
Not able to watch it with her, so trying to keep up was impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Get to those cells.
Every episode that I saw of both of them, I was like unimpressed.
Yeah.
So.
Did not watch Luke Cage or Jessica Jones. I thought that the guy who played Luke Cage was a perfect casting. He seemed like he really fit the role. I did watch The Defenders, so I got enough out of the characters to kind of be like, yeah, I like their casting choices. Jessica Jones, I don't get the appeal. Well, I get the appeal. I don't get why she was there. And I guess that's a criticism towards the comics as well, because she just seems to be the odd one out, to to where she just seems kind of thrown in. And in the Defenders, at least, they didn't do anything with her character. So I wasn't left being like, I really need to watch Jessica Jones. Crap.
You need to reach those cells before they're moved to a more secure location.
Out the door. The real standouts of the Netflix Marvel stuff, though, obviously, Daredevil and Punisher. Those casting choices were spot
Yeah,
on.
those two I watched.
Yeah.
I didn't watch all.
You must
Punisher.
help the Inhumans escape.
Yeah, I didn't watch all of Punisher, and I really think I probably should. But based on what I saw of him in Daredevil Season 2, he was fantastic. And I loved what I saw of him in the actual Punisher show. But Charlie Cox as Daredevil, I sincerely hope we get him back. He was so good in the role. Because, the thing I always say about him is, like, it takes a very impressive performance when playing the role of a superhero character. It takes a very impressive performance to have the audience equally invested in the hero identity and their alter ego at the same time. Like, I would get almost as excited to see like the big hallway fights. Well, I would get as excited about those as I would seeing Matt Murdock in the courtroom, because they were just so compelling, like both sides of who he was. And I really hope that we get him back. But something tells me that we won't, or at least not anytime soon, because Marvel is
nearby and needs your help.
doing that thing where they're trying to push for more diverse characters, which there's value in that, obviously, but it just means that we're not gonna. Right, exactly.
That did it. Theo, work your magic. You're safe now.
I hate the Bolts traversal.
Where even are you? Oh, there you are.
Trying to run around.
That's one of the reasons why I think it's very possible that before too long I'm going to be done with Marvel movies, like done with the MCU, because they already lost me a lot with where everything ended, because it had a scorched earth writing style, Endgame did. And that just left a bad taste in my mouth. But it's seeming more and more with everything that they're announcing that I'm not their audience anymore. One could argue that I never was, but I don't know if that's necessarily true, because I feel like I grew up with the MCU, you know? Because it started with Iron Man in the 8th grade, and it just progressed from there. I think now we're in a place to where they're definitely trying to reach the next generation. and reach using a more diverse cast, a cast that looks a lot more like the world as a whole. And the reason I say I'm not their audience anymore is because I feel like a lot of that, I mean, you could obviously say that a lot of it is because of money, which is a large part of it, but also a lot of it is to inspire the younger generation of children who look more like, you know, all the colors of the world. I would say that that's a secondary objective for them, and that money is definitely their primary. But I think it's on their radar. Where is this last one? Oh, there it is. Yeah. So I just feel like we're gonna get a lot of, thank you, a lot of in these movies moving forward is gonna be a lot of trying to speak to a generation.
The easiest way to put it is they're pandering to sort of social commentary instead of what they think needs to be done.
I didn't want to say it, so thank you for saying it. Yeah.
I mean, I understand why they're doing it, and it's, if that's the way they want to continue it, it makes sense, but
I mean, the way I feel about
it's not going to make for as good a sentiment as
right.
It could be just because that's what's happening now in the world.
To me, I see the value in representation to a point, like in terms of like superheroes, like for African Americans, for example, Black Panther's an important character because a lot of African American individuals have spent a lot of their time being told that they will never amount to anything, and that, you know, that there's an expectation of them because of where they come from or what they look like. And so to have a character that is literally the king of a country, that's an inspiring hero, that's important. But and we talked about this before, I think, and Courtney put it really well. I don't remember how she said it, but there's a difference between saying that and saying, like, here's why T'Challa is an inspiration for the Black community. There's a difference between that and saying, hey, Asian kids, you've got your hero over here. He's the one that does kung fu, and he's Asian like you, so you get to like that one. You know, like that.
Yeah. You can't like this one because this.
Right.
Because of X, Y, and Z.
And to me, representation gets to a point to where it's almost a backwards concept, because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the point of diversity, inclusion, all that kind of stuff is to get to a point where we can all coexist and accept each other, for basically look at everyone as equals. But doing this push for diversity and inclusion, especially from a corporate level, comes off as a new type of racism or a new type of segregation, because it's further driving towards those ideas of there's a Black superhero for the Black kids, there's an Asian superhero for the Asian kids, all that stuff, and that just seems so backwards to me from a corporate level.
Perpetuating an issue.
Right, and racism doesn't go away till we get rid of that kind of mindset of only Asian characters can do kung fu. And that's what I mentioned last time that got us on the topic was...
We were talking about Danny Rand.
Yeah, people said that Danny Rand should have been Asian because it would have been a better arc. And it's like, because they said it was racist that he...
Not his character.
Yeah, they said it was whitewashing because Danny Rand was cast as a white guy. And it's like, no, Danny is a white guy. It's important to his story. And you saying that it's racist for him to be a white guy is you being racist because you're saying that only Asian people can do kung fu. You're just creating stereotypes. The world's a mess. It's just...
I think that's the biggest issue is they are concentrating more on trying to keep things more in line with the tradition of what they're doing than worrying about what may be taken as stereotypical.
Right.
But and I completely understand why they're going that way, and I'm all for it. You know, but it's definitely just pandering.
Yeah, pandering does no one any good.
Especially to the situation. Yeah.
The only good that pandering does for anybody is the wallets of the corporations that are doing the pandering.
Yep. It's all social commentary now.
Mm-hmm.
Which I believe is important. I mean, there's a lot of situations in the world that are completely screwed and need to be brought to light.
Right.
100,000%. But it just sucks that the entertainment industry is like, oh, we can make money off of this.
Well, and that the outcome of a lot of the social commentary and social justice that's happening right now, or that's being pushed towards happening, the outcome of it seems to be we're all different, you know, like, or we need to separate our, like, the whole like black-owned businesses kind of thing, like, hey, support black-owned companies and all that kind of stuff. I understand the sentiment, but that just seems like it's moving towards a precedent of, you know, separating. Because, I mean, back when segregation was happening, we had different bathrooms for people for the color of your skin. And so, like, when you start labeling things like this is black, this isn't black, that just seems like we're going back to how things were.
Reverse segregation.
Right, exactly.
So, I mean, to put it simply, which sucks.
Mm-hmm. Because the end goal,
and
I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but the end goal, again, should be everyone sees each other as equals. Like, the way I look at people,
everyone should be represented and included as equals.
Right. For me,
that's the biggest issue.
Right. So. For me, whenever I meet somebody, everyone has equal chance to make a good or bad impression on me. I have always tried really hard to make sure that a person is a person.
Yeah.
And that's it. That doesn't seem like a hard concept. Like,
growing up, I never give a fuck. Black, white, purple, green, orange, maroon. If you're an asshole, you're a fucking asshole. Like, that's just...
Right. Has nothing to do with what you look like. It has to do with the person that you have chosen to be.
I could care less.
Right.
I mean, and it's the same... I'm not comparing in the least bit, but it's the same thing with people that have handicaps. You know, people in wheelchairs are treated completely differently.
Right.
I mean, people that are perpetually, or not perpetually, but people that are in crutches for the rest of their life are treated differently than, you know, people without, regardless of their race or ethnicity or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But it's just a shitty situation. America fucking sucks.
It does.
Period. Point blank.
And
we did a bunch of shitty stuff over the last millennia.
Yep. And even though...
But it shouldn't be perpetuated.
Even though one might say that, you know, our generation has the best intentions, the road to hell was paved with good intentions. Like, that's... It just feels like we're not headed anywhere good. But I'm a cynic. I'm a realist.
Oh yeah, no, you're a realist for sure.
Yeah.
I've for probably the last 20 years, I've said that I'm not racist. I've never been in my life. I hate everyone equally.
Yep.
In the sense that, you know, if I will be whatever I put into a situation, I expect to get out of it.
Yeah.
Or whatever I put into a conversation, I expect other people to put into that conversation.
Right.
Or relationship with someone, or a friendship, or whatever you want to call it. So. God damn, we got pretty deep there.
We did.
Kaylin, we still have segregated bathrooms, men's and women's. That's a whole other subject.
Don't get me started.
Yeah. We actually talked about that at dinner tonight. People can call it what they want, and I will respect them for whatever they want to be called. But at the end of the day, science is a thing.
What?
Just saying.
I'm not even gonna go there. I will get canceled so fast.
I mean, like I said, I'll call people what they want to be called. I understand, if that's how you feel and everything, but there's 2 bathrooms and a family bathroom. So like, damn.
There's a point where it gets silly.
Yeah.
I don't want to offend people. Like if they identify with certain pronouns, I'm not gonna be that guy that throws it back in their face with their initial pronoun. I'm not gonna be that guy because I don't want to be a dick. But there's just a point to where it just gets silly, and I'm not gonna go there.
Alright, I still need 127 melee kills.
Good lord. Did you want to do those tonight, or did you? Because you got 4 days.
Yeah, it's still a cosmic threat. No, we don't have to do it.
Okay, so end stream.
Good to have you back.
We can.
Yeah, it's good.
Unless you wanted to play a little more and end on a lighter note.
I think I'm good to end there.
Okay.
I'm probably streaming tomorrow because it's Vortex's birthday.
Hell yeah, Vortex, you can be an attack helicopter. Anytime this conversation is brought up, I always make the joke from The Fifth Element. There's a scene where Corbin Dallas has his hands up against a wall because the police come in, and they say, "Sir, are you classified as a human?" And he says, "Negative. I am a meat popsicle."
I know that scene.
And I just think it's the funniest thing.
That was a good movie.
Well, shit! Happy birthday, Kaylin.
Is it really? I had no idea, Kaylin. Happy birthday. Tomorrow will be a birthday stream for both of you.
Well, I apologize to anybody if they got offended by what I said. Those are my views. They're not the views of Chortle Games as a whole.
They are probably pretty close to the views of Chortle Games as a whole.
But I try my hardest not to offend people.
Right.
And like I preface the whole thing, I'll call you what you want. And I understand that's your feelings. 100%.
Right.
And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I never want to offend people. Because the most important part, like the most important thing that can happen in those kinds of situations where there is a disagreement, is a dialogue. And there is not going to be a dialogue if either party is intentionally trying to be a dick to the other. And so I'm never going to be that guy. I always want to prioritize both parties or all parties within discourse or some form of dialogue to be heard. And that's just not how you do it.
Well, our whole conversation over the past half hour or whatever it's been, I'll just end it with this. I believe in complete equality and inclusion for anybody. I don't care what kind of person you are or what you feel you are or whatever your life has been or your past or whatever has happened. I believe that you should be included and have complete equal rights to every single other person. It doesn't matter.
Sorry, I was looking at my phone. Yeah, well, these always happen so randomly where we just are like,
yeah, shit gets serious.
Hey, you hear about this thing? And then 20 minutes later, it's just like,
oh man. Yeah. It went from Danny Rand to, hey, let's talk about the race issue with the whitewashing of.
Whitewashing is a thing.
Yeah,
but
it is.
that was not one of those occurrences.
That was not a situation where it should have
No.
happened, because
No.
obviously Iron Fist as a character is written in that way,
Yes.
and I don't feel like his character would work as well without that struggle of, hey, I'm a white male that was taught to be
Right, a guy
Iron Fist,
returning
one
to
of the-
his
one of the protectors of-
what?
one of the protectors of the Holy Land.
Kunlun.
Kunlun, that was it.
Yeah.
I was like, I know it's some weird.
Yeah.
Not weird, I'm sorry. Some different name that I couldn't think.
Careful there.
Yeah. Teetering the line now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to be streaming tomorrow night, but I will probably put it up for a vote.
Vortex says Doom.
They do seem to want Doom, and I'm open to that. I'll just need to reinstall it. We'll see. Maybe. But yeah. Who knows? We'll figure something out. I can't even think about that right now because I have to get through tomorrow morning. Most of my volunteers aren't going to be at church in the morning, and so I'm going to have to figure...
Oh, no.
Well, I say most. Most of my volunteers that I can't really replace are
Gotcha.
out.
The more...
Like my broadcast audio guy, my only broadcast audio guy is out. So, yeah, I'm going to have to figure that out. And I also did not sleep last night.
Oh, no.
I could not sleep last night. I tried. And I got maybe a 2-hour nap in today. So I've got to figure out at a certain point when I need to make the call of, do I go to sleep and just roll the dice and see if I wake up in time, or do I just power through and go all night again?
You should probably go ahead and try to sleep tonight.
I'm not there yet because I slept this afternoon, but at a certain point I am going to call it probably and try to sleep. Because if I try to sleep now, I feel like I'll just kind of be laying there. But yeah, we're going to end the stream.
I got you.
So, thanks for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow. Look out for the vote on Discord. Be good. Be good to everybody.
Be righteous.
Don't forget to Jan Michael down your Vincents.